Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for December. I hope you guys are all well. I am going to take a quick second just to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Sagittarius out there. So guys, take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, Sagittarius, get in where you fit in. But as always, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Sagittarius? Sagittarius. Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, you're starting out with the Ten of Cups. You have the Ten of Swords, so some kind of cycle is completing for you. And the Devil. Interesting. All right, so I do feel like there is a situation or a person that you have been involved with. You identify this person as being happiness, but there could have been a very painful ending with that person. You may be trying to move back towards them, feeling like you kind of have to meet in the middle, you know, compromise a little bit. You may have children with this person, but at some point you felt like this person was your happiness. So there's a sense here of betrayal with this ending. This has been very, very painful for you. With the Devil here, be careful because I see that you are very, very strongly attracted to this person, but there is some sort of toxicity that is in this situation as well. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Sagittarius energy. And make sure that you're not engaging in any kind of toxic behavior to try to, you know, come back together with this person. All right, so we have the Death card in reverse, Scorpio energy. We have the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And we have the Ace of Pentacles reverse. So this is somebody that, you know, they're recognizing that, yes, there has been this ending, but they're saying, you know, I had to create this ending because things weren't stable between the two of us. And they're basically, and I'm not saying this is true, but they're basically saying it wasn't stable because Sagittarius had some very toxic behaviors or toxic patterns. So I do feel like this is somebody who doesn't feel like things are over between the two of you. I feel like there was a very passionate, you know, relationship. And this person, you know, doesn't feel like things are complete or that they're over. But they are putting up boundaries. They are willing to talk to you. They're trying to put up proper boundaries in the situation. So let me see the energy between Sagittarius and this person. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Yeah, there's some sort of a karmic tie possibly with this person, but this is the energy of stuck energy. Things aren't moving forward. That wheel's not turning. There is an indication that there's something cyclical about this. There's whatever this toxic behavior is, it's cyclical. So this could be an energy of where you break up, you get back together, things are good for a little while, and then it all happens again. There's a cyclical energy to this. So let me see. Show me what's affecting this connection. You could be stuck in a cycle here. Show me what's affecting the connection for Sagittarius. The Page of Pentacles. Yeah, the Page of... There could be somebody new involved for some of you. I feel like you're trying to figure out, though, how to bring this back together, how to, you know, get the magic back, how to bring the stability back into this. You both are. I'm also seeing that there could be some communication, some small communication that's going to affect this. Let me see the outcome. Like perhaps a text. Show me the outcome at the end of the week for Sagittarius. All right, we have the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Six of Wands reversed. Now, don't panic because a lot of times you'll get this energy and then there's clarification on how, because it's the energy of possibly how things are currently and then how to resolve it. But this is the energy of this person feeling like there's no stability here, that they're going to have to accept the loss. They put up very strong boundaries. And this is the energy also of there being others that may be disapproving of this relationship. The outcome of that is that it leaves you feeling abandoned and rejected. So let me, bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and that is underlying energy. So there's something here that is moving forward. It's moving forward very slowly, very slowly. And I feel like there's some sort of cycle that has been going on between you and this person, some sort of karmic cycle, and it's been going on for a long time. This has been a long time. So let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Ten of Cups here for Sagittarius? Two of Pentacles reversed. And the Five of Swords reversed. Yeah, you just want to resolve this. I feel like there was some pretty bad conflict between you and this person, and it was painful for you. It caused a lot of imbalance for you as well. For some of you, there's something to do with overspending or not spending money wisely. That's the toxic energy that's here. I do feel like you want to resolve things with this person, though. But you may not quite know how to go about doing it. Why is the Ten of Swords here? And that may be what you're trying to figure out. The World and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. So that's communication. You may have been out of communication with this person, and all you want to do is put an end to the conflict, put an end to the pain, put an end to this cycle, and have communication with them again. You want to talk. You want to, you want to hear from them. Why is the Devil here for Sagittarius? Why is the Devil here for Sagittarius? All right, we have the Empress in the reverse, and we have the Seven of Swords. Now, guys, that is not a good combination. You've got the Devil, you've got the Seven of Swords. So something here, there was some sneaky behavior. There was some behavior that wasn't very kind, wasn't very loving, and it's causing the toxic energy that's here, the sneakiness is what's causing this connection not to grow. So it's unclear to me if you were the one who was being a little bit sneaky or if it was the other person. But the Devil is coming out on your side. So, I mean, I do have to acknowledge that. I do feel that the outcome of this toxic behavior, though, has led to you feeling, very sad, very upset, a deep sense of loss. You're both feeling a deep sense of loss. And for some of you, what happened is somebody new was injected in the situation. Let me see their energy. Why is the Death card in reverse for the person in Sagittarius energy? Ten of Wands reversed and the Hierophant. Taurus energy. So, yeah, this person doesn't feel like things are over between the two of you. They could be in counseling, or they could be consulting somebody, talking to somebody, possibly a spiritual leader, maybe even a psychic or a tarot reader. But this person is trying to get counsel on how to resolve the problems, how to, because I feel like they don't feel like things are over between the two of you. This could also be them leaning into their spirituality in order to try to resolve this. Why is the Queen of Swords here? The Fool in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles. Now, that's your underlying energy. So this person wants to move things forward, but only with strong boundaries. So I feel like this person is either in counseling or they're getting advice from somebody, and that person is saying, yeah, if you really want to be with Sagittarius, that's fine, but you have to have boundaries because there's this toxic energy that's here. It's showing me that this person has a fear of having a new beginning with you, and they're either going to put up those boundaries regardless, and if the toxicity remains, or if it's a third party that's come into it, if that remains the situation, this person will slowly move away from this connection. because they're going to hold back from having this new beginning. And it's really because there's been some toxic energy. There's been some lying, cheating, stealing, or something here that is, you know, causing this person to put up the boundaries. So, and it's causing a lack of stability in the connection. Let me see why this Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. They are literally afraid to have a new beginning, to take that risk because of the past. All right, we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Magician, and we have the Strength card. So we have Pisces energies, Gemini, Libra energy is here. All right, so I do feel like this person is definitely working on themselves. It would not surprise me at all if this person in your energy is definitely in counseling of some sort. They're trying to manifest the page to turn for things to get better in their life. They're working on themselves though. And them working on themselves is what is causing them to say, you know, I've got to put up proper boundaries. I can't be in a connection where there's no boundaries. So I do feel like this is somebody who is definitely intensively working on themselves. Let me see the energy between Sagittarius and this person. Show me the energy between Sagittarius and this person. So there's communication, back and forth communication. We have the Queen of Wands reversed. We have the Eight of Cups reversed, and we have the Queen of Cups. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy. Yeah, this person has feelings for you. They love you. They do love you. And I do feel like the difference is that they are loving you, Sagittarius, with boundaries. They're not going to like hand over this cup of love or open themselves up. They're being extremely choosy about what they're accepting in their life. And it's because of these boundaries that they're setting up. So I do feel like the two of you are going to revisit this connection, but you're not going to like what it is that they have to say. I see back and forth communication. I see you wanting to resolve this. But I also see that there's something to do with a lack of action and you really feeling disempowered, feeling upset with this conversation. So, but this person is literally going to express to you that they actually do love you. They do want to resolve problems with you, but they're not going to do it with the way things have been in the past. There has to be a change. There has to be changes. Let me see why this Page of Pentacles is here. I see the two of you revisiting this situation. There is going to be communication, Two of Cups. This person is likely to reach out to you and communicate. You're hoping for that. And then we have the Star card, Aquarius energy here. All right, so I feel like you love this person. You feel like they're a soulmate. You're hoping that this person will reach out to you. And I do feel that there is going to be that communication. I do. I feel like there is going to be communication between the two of you. And this person is hopeful that they can move towards a resolution. But they are not going to do it, Sagittarius, without the boundaries in place. They want something equal, something balanced, something that is not chaotic, not toxic. All right, so let me see show me the outcome for Sagittarius. Show me the outcome. All right, we have the Ten of Coins reversed, the Tower in reverse, and we have the Five of Wands reversed. So there's going to be an attempt to work this out. And here's what I'm seeing. I feel like you have been feeling very rejected by this person. They've been feeling like this connection is not going to work out the way things are because there is definitely toxic behavior and it is coming from your side. And I have to be honest with you about that. It would be nice just to be able to tell everybody what they want to hear all the time, but that's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that there's some sort of toxic energy that is on your side. For some of you, it's financial. It has to do with money. For others of you, there's some other kind of sneakiness that's going on. So this person wants to work this out. You want to work this out. I do feel like there's the toxic energy is what is causing things to not grow, to not be successful. There's some sort of sneaky, lying, cheating, stealing energy that's here. And it is showing up on your side. And it's causing loss for you. It's causing deep loss. And that loss is only going to increase as time goes on because it's still present. I would have rather seen the Seven of Swords at least go in reverse. That toxic energy has to be addressed. There's a lack of empathy that I'm seeing. There's a lack of giving of oneself, there's self-esteem issues I see. And I feel like, you're kind of going through it here, but the difference is that I feel like you're not quite sure how to end that cycle, how to come out of this painful, toxic cycle. And so it might be, that you also need to reach out and get some help with those issues if that's the case. Now, for some of you, the energies may have switched, and that's fine. But there has to be some action to address the toxicity. This person in your energy has done that. And as a result, they are being a lot choosier about where they give of themselves and their emotions and their feelings. Do they have feelings for you? They absolutely do. They love you. And I do feel like they do want to be with you. But the problem is that they are putting up boundaries because they don't want to deal with the toxic energy. They're literally afraid that if they go back into this connection, it's just going to be another cycle of the same thing. They are hopeful, though. They are very hopeful that it can be worked out. And I do see them coming in trying to work it out. Is it going to be successful right now? No, it's not. Because there's still no stability here. There's no stability. And while this person is working on themselves, I don't see that happening on your side. So the attempt to work this out by the end of the week anyway is going to be unsuccessful. And why? It's because there's toxic energy that's still present that still needs to be addressed. Okay? Now, bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. This is underlying energy, and it does indicate a couple of things. It can indicate not really knowing how to proceed, how to move forward, how to come out of this toxic energy. It can also indicate a lack of communication or a lack of truthful communication. So I'm going to pull an oracle card for you, Sagittarius, and we'll see if there's any further energy that needs to be guided or addressed. All right, so your card is breaking barriers. It says, I am expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. And if you look at this, there's a lot of thorns on this, a lot of thorns, but right in the middle of it is growth. So let's see. Let me read that for you. Give me just a second. It takes me just a little longer to find what I need in this particular deck, so be patient with me. All right, so it says, there are times to go with the flow, but this is not one of them. Now is the time to break through self-imposed barriers, gather your inner forces, and break free from whatever is holding you back. So there's your answer. If you're searching for the answer, there's your answer. So the universe wants you to know, don't let fear or even reason prevent you from overcoming barriers. Trust your instincts and push through them. Remember to keep going and don't stop. Just as it takes effort for a chick to hatch out of its shell or a seedling to push through the hard-packed earth, this is your time to use supreme effort to break out of your own shell and reach the light. The energy of breaking through isn't always neat and tidy. So it's okay to feel messy and chaotic for a while. Eventually, the situation will sort itself out and peace will reign. So some questions to ask yourself. Do I have any self-imposed barriers or limitations? Are there any situations, people, or places that I need to break away from? What could my life be like if I plowed through my blockages? All right. So I hope that that has helped. I hope that it's given some clarity into the situation. If you have resonated with this reading, Sagittarius, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Sagittarius, know that you are loved, and namaste.